Hi everyone, welcome to Three Cups Tarot readings to uplift the collective. And I'm going to do a guidance reading for the energies you're encountering this week, and it's meant to find you whatever day or week point of time that you're at. But for reference, I'm recording this on March 26, 2025. So if that's significant to when you find this, you might look back at what energies you were going through at the time of this recording. Actually, it's a very heightened astrological period with in between a couple eclipses and a lot of different transits. You can look up kind of what's going on right now at the end of March. So that seems to be what's influencing the energies, because as you can see, I pulled 4 cards in reverse. So these will be your 4 options. And if you're feeling drawn already to one of these, you can go ahead to the reading or readings and see what messages are there. If you still need some guidance, I'm going to pull some charms to help with each. Just kind of look at the imagery and the words and the numbers and see what resonates with you. But first, for the 8 of Swords, the first charm is a maple leaf that's green. For the second group, which is 2 of Swords in reverse, your charm is a green starfish. For the 9 of Cups in reverse in reading 3, your charm is a green cactus. And for reading 4, the 9 of Swords in reverse, your charm is a blue 4-leaf clover. So take as long as you need to see which energy is drawing you more. It might not be a logical process, it might be a feeling. So sometimes I pick my piles from other readers by the sense of like elation or comfort that I get when looking at a card. So I might feel that kind of similar to seeing a person who can give me good advice and comfort when I'm in a difficult situation. If I see that person, I'll feel like relief, right? And sometimes I'll feel that in a card. Or if I'm feeling like anticipation about the future and something to come, I'll look at a card and feel like excitement in my chest. So I felt compelled to share that with you in hopes that it helps you kind of navigate where your reading is. And you can also always see if the theme that I'm starting with in the first few seconds of the reading resonates with you. If not, you can jump around and see if maybe your reading is actually in another pile. So I will see you ahead in your reading. Take as long as you need to figure out where you're going next. Hi, reading one. So you were drawn to this Eight of Swords in reverse card, which is a very good sign. So the Eight of Swords energy is about feeling limitations, and often those coming from internally to yourself. It might have been something that was conditioned external to you from society, from interpersonal relationships, but has taken on the characteristic of you kind of continuing to carry out those limiting beliefs or trappings. And with the Eight of Swords in reverse, this is a sign that you are ready to let go of those old ways of thinking so that you can free yourself in some way. Or you also have gained the skills or the knowledge to help free yourself. And with your green leaf, here, there's like a really fresh springtime energy of renewal. With this, I feel like the sense of a leaf growing strong, ready for the year ahead, ready to kind of see what adventures lie ahead of you, facing the future without fear. So this is, if you're not feeling fearless at this moment, this is a message from your guides that this is kind of the energy that will help you carry momentum through the week to kind of meet a moment for yourself, to show up for an opportunity that will benefit you in some way. So I'm going to get more tarot cards to fill out your message, and then I'm going to pull some oracle cards and see what else can our reading one be guided by in approaching this week with fearlessness. Anything that will help them inhabit these energies for the week. So you're also getting the moon in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse. So with the moon in reverse, you are starting to see something more clearly. And so I really want to backtrack on what I said here with the Eight of Swords, that you have some insight to help free yourself. That really is ringing true with the moon card in reverse. You see the eye here opening, awakening, and the towers on the sides. You have gained a key insight, and this was not easily come by. This was hard won. Something that you've been working on or working towards. Possibly you've been putting in a healthy new routine, whether that's physical health, mental or emotional health. There's some kind of work that you've been putting in, and it's paying off in the sense that it has gotten you to this point where it's almost like you're walking up a hill, and you have certain views of the land below as you go up the hill, but once you hit the top, you have say a 360 view, you know? It's kind of like you hit that point where you see how all the pieces fit together, and this is what helps allow you to free yourself. This is also healing some disappointment that you've been grappling with. Mostly the lingering feelings of a disappointment over something, and I want to say that they're amplified to the situation. So you might have discovered that something had triggered you, and that's why a certain disappointment felt so strong, possibly compared to what other people would have experienced it as. There was a lot more going on there. I want to say that especially with the moon, the Eight of Swords, for me, that's clearly that this disappointment was intense, and I feel the feeling of you almost didn't know how to deal with this. You were almost afraid to face this and deal with it, process it for yourself. But you did show up bit by bit, and you did that work. You showed up for yourself. And so whatever insight that you've come into I feel like you're starting to get the hint, but if you haven't, it's really coming this week. And I think you'll just know it deep within your soul when you get that insight. I'm being drawn to the blindfold here in this figure and the two open eyes in the other cards. There's like a bittersweet feeling to this where you see the truth plainly. It took work to be able to see it. Your awareness is open now. And what you see is a lot, like it needs processing, but it's also like now you see it. Now you have that truth, that knowledge that you didn't have before. I feel like it's to do with the past pain. And so this is huge. This is life-changing, and it's going to change your life at this moment for a bigger purpose. Oh, right as I say that, you came to serve. Your bigger purpose is service. This is number 23. I'm gonna pull one more card before I start interpreting that. I've been really looking at this deck. Past life medicine, remembering. Wow, that's incredible that we were talking about not feeling clear or aware about some information, and then suddenly you see it. It could be that suddenly you remember something that you interpreted in a different way before, or that you just simply didn't remember. It wasn't accessible in your memory. It could also be, if you're working in this direction, some sort of insight from investigating into your past lives. Okay, so I'm going to find that guidebook really quick. Here it is. So you came to serve says, in your life you have come through dark times and have experienced enough to be able to choose whether to offer your gift to others. In your heart you know that everything you have overcome has been a part of the journey that has brought you to this very moment. Your spirit guide has watched over you and is telling you that you are now ready to use your gifts and share them with the world, for everything you have come through has taught you grace and wisdom that you must share. Remember, the one who serves others is served by the highest spirit of all. So a reminder there that that even though you are serving others, you have spirit on your side serving you as well, so you have that support. Let me just sort through the downloads. There's a lot happening right now. So coming back to that message of facing the week with fearlessness, part of this entering this service means confronting some of the last of those inner demons with the Eight of Swords that have been eluding you. It's kind of like I'm getting this interesting, almost feels like sci-fi image of you approaching like this gate, and there's like gargoyles there, and you know how gargoyles are supposed to scare off people, but they're actually just statues, and then when you get close to that gate, it's actually just a hologram, something like that. It's like the fearlessness that you're being asked to approach this week with is just to keep on path, keep approaching steadily, and the closer you get, even though your survival responses might be saying don't get close, but the closer you get, you'll see that it's not a real threat in a like significant way at all. And then your life starts on the other side of that gate. So that's an incredible message for your week, and I'm wishing you well with all of approaching that gate and all of those energies. If you were drawn to another card in that pick a card section. I will see you in that reading, and thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and comments, and I hope to see you again soon. Hi, reading 2. So you were drawn to this Two of Swords in reverse and this pale green starfish. So this starfish is giving me like a joyful, a playful energy, something young and fresh. And so I feel kind of like Page of Cups energy, just kind of like riding the waves and seeing where you land. Going with the flow is very much a theme of your reading here. And with the Two of Swords in reverse, you're receiving clarity this week on a certain decision, on a certain direction to go. It might be depending on certain information that has been missing. That information is coming to you this week. You will be able to see the way forward this week. So let's get some more tarot cards to help understand guidance for our reading 2. On a decision, a choice, a direction that they're making. Prince of Discs and King of Swords in reverse. So with the Prince of Discs, you're being advised to just continue with your everyday life as usual. Keep on trucking, keep on showing up to your everyday obligations. You don't need to do anything special for this information, this message, or this truth to come in. It's just time now for you to receive it. With the King of Swords in reverse, I'm going to get some clarification on that. Peace and resolution. Interesting. So, the King of Swords in reverse, I'm going to take this as a person in your life. So this could be like a boss, someone in authority, someone who is good at arguing, but maybe doesn't use it for the best reasons, uses it for dominance and power, and over you particularly. There's going to be a resolution, there's going to be peace around this person. If it's not a person, it could be an institution or abstraction. It could be like, say, your workplace. It could be a toxic work environment. Just wait, just keep showing up, keep clocking in, clocking out, doing your obligations, doing what you need to do to the best of your ability. Block out this other energy because it will be taken care of. I'm feeling the sense that for some people you'll be offered options in how to resolve this situation too. I want to get another card at this point to help our reading to navigate this conflict and the options ahead of them and the decision that they're making. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Wow. I'm being drawn back to the starfish and that message of going with the flow with joy. Let your joy lead you. For some people, you might be offered to transfer into another department or another team. Let your heart and your joy and your creative spark lead you in that decision. I hear like it won't be hard. You don't have to worry about it being difficult. Any other advice for our reading 2 this week? Moon path. Taking the next right step. Incredible. number 25. So I get the sense first, before I read the description, I really want to, that, as I said, you know, it won't be hard to decide what to do. You will know it when you see it, and it is the next right step in this longer life path that you're walking. As number 25. I don't remember if I said that already, but I felt like you needed to point it out if that's significant to you. So the concepts are next right thing, small steps, desired feeling state. The path we are on is never linear. It winds and dips, goes backward and sometimes straight up. All of this can be very uncomfortable. What helps with that discomfort is knowing that we are always on the right path. Getting lost is part of the process. We are all just stumbling in the dark, making mistakes and learning to distinguish the next right steps. This card serves as a reminder that you are being guided and you're in just the right place. And it makes me feel like with your life is a canvas, that you might feel like you're stumbling in the dark. You are starting off on a blank canvas, and you could start anywhere, so it's hard to know what is right. Your answer here is that whatever you choose will be right. The creative visualization you can use to help you kind of work through this decision process is close your eyes and imagine you are standing on the edge of a magical forest. Wow, kind of like this. You know that it's important to walk through the forest. Think of something that your heart really desires beyond that forest. Imagine in detail what you're walking toward. How does it make you feel to imagine getting there? Focus hard on those feelings. Now look and see something lighting up in front of you. It's a white moon-shaped stone in front of you. The more you focus on the feelings of what you imagine to be on the other side of the forest, the brighter the stone gets. Step onto the stone and feel its warmth. Allow yourself to embody all of the feelings that you feel at the end of the path, right here on the stone. So kind of suggestion to you is to project ahead and imagine the feeling of where you want to be, even though you don't need to know what that actually is in material form. You can let yourself enjoy the feeling as you project ahead, and that will help you kind of manifest that first step towards it. There's also a journal prompt here which you might use to help you. It says, try journaling with the moonstone on the path. Ask it, what do I need to know right now? Allow any images, inklings, memories, songs to pop up. Write them all down. Do not try to make sense of them right away. Just record them. It's also, as I was reading, I was thinking of the Prince of Discs, which is a very slow, methodical energy. So as I was reading this as just go about your everyday, the advice is also to incorporate that energy into this decision that you're making. Don't rush yourself. Take your time. If you need more time, ask for more time. You deserve it, and it's meant to be yours. And if you feel like there's this big leap in front of you, just take that leap one baby step at a time. You can break a leap into many baby steps in this situation. Especially with this idea that they are steps. They're not necessarily these giant leaps. So that's your guidance for the week. If you were drawn to any other card in that pick a card section, I'll see you in that reading. Wishing you the best on these energies, and thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and comments, and I hope to see you back here for another one. Hi, reading 3. So you were drawn to this 9 of Cups in reverse and this cactus charm. The cactus is in a pot, but it's making me think of a cup, and especially like the 10th cup that comes after the 9 of Cups. With the 9 of Cups in reverse, therefore, I'm reading this as you've gotten to the 9 of Cups and you're ready for that 10th cup. You're ready for the next step. And what is it that's going to get you there? With the cactus, like a home, an indoor plant, I'm feeling this as it's kind of like you've been nurturing something and it's been growing well and it's very robust. It's very healthy, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like you're ready to get the seeds and cultivate more. You're ready to like propagate. I never use that word. I don't even know if I'm using it right, but that came to mind. So if that's significant to you, that is a sign in whatever area that's meaningful to you. So I'm going to get some more cards to help inform your guidance for this week, and then we're going to add a couple oracle cards at the end. So what can our reading threes be guided by on walking towards this 10th cup this week? Ooh, King of Discs. The first thing I felt is you want to be the boss. You want to do things your way. Wow, the Chariot. This is the right timing, and it's meant for you. This is part of your path. So exciting. This is very powerful. So this is either there's a higher level job with more responsibilities that's opening up in your work, and you've been working diligently towards it, and that feels like the 10th cup that you want to go for. It's like all systems go. It could be that you want to go solo, start your own venture. Of course, with the King of Discs, it's like a material venture, but I mean, I'm also feeling like if you're creative and you're working in a collective, in a group, like if you're a musician, it's kind of about feeling like it's time to venture out on your own, and you're absolutely right about that. And I also feel like it's undeniable for you. It feels like you can't avoid that. So this reading is really just a confirmation for what you're already feeling. You're ready for that big up level, that next step. You can take it however you see that step in front of you. Since we've got life path energy here, I want to pull this Sacred Medicine Oracle. Medicine writes, number 12, accomplishment. I will read this for you, but I mean, I think it speaks for itself. You've reached a major accomplishment in order to be able to step into this role, and stepping into this role will be a major accomplishment for you. I see a lot of success for you here. Let me just pull our last oracle card before I read this description. I think it will help. Peace, the Otter and Cattail, number 39. That 9 coming up again. And it makes me think of age 39, turning 40, like you're hitting a major milestone in your life. There's something about your age and feeling the sense of accomplishment that you've worked so hard for, no matter what age you are, whether you're 39 or not. This accomplishment, this milestone is bringing you much peace, which is kind of like what that 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups is all about. Satisfaction, being at peace, knowing that you made all the right decisions, you worked hard, and just feeling like proud of yourself and peaceful about where you're at in life. This is the energies that are around you this week. Okay, so let me read. Medicine writes, your healer guides and medicine helpers have created a sacred ceremony for you to affirm that you are on the very next level of your evolution. That's insane. That's so cool that came up. And they are thrilled with your accomplishments. A cycle has ended and there is space for the birthing of the new. You are being applauded for your commitment to your healing path. Today they place a circle of plant medicine and flowers to adorn your crown and place their hands upon your heart so you may feel their pride. Oh, pride was coming in strong as a download when I was seeing peace. So it's really coming through that your spirit team is feeling proud of you, and they want that to transfer that into your heart as well, and for you to just enjoy that feeling of pride. Take a moment to reflect on the physical, emotional, and spiritual work that you've been moving through. Note the dark moments that you have stood in, the fire you have walked through, and the oaths that have now dissolved. You hold a truly courageous heart. This card affirms that you have walked with respect and dedication, and you are to be congratulated. You have understood the sacred responsibility of your path. Celebrate, dearest soul, for you have moved through pain and hardship, and now ease is beginning to flow. You've done the work, and now you can rest and receive. Oh, that really is the 10 of Cups coming towards you. That's so cool. And you really are this king of energy. This is specific to a few people in this reading that you're in the field of law or government or advocacy, or standing up for other people in some way. And regardless if that's you in your job, or if you're in another kind of occupation, or you're doing this work outside of like classic employment, the energy is still that this was very much a part of your life path. So even though there's material world accomplishment, there's soul accomplishment tied up with this as well. You can see it with the two figures here. Your higher self and you are celebrating at the same time. There's work on both sides of the veil that have been accomplished. So this is your sacred ceremony. A medicine person stands before you and looks into your eyes. They send a spark of rainbow light into your third eye, and you are left with one color that weaves around your energy body. What color do you see? This beam of light is an energetic medicine rite that honors and uplifts you. Place your hands upon your heart and envision the color offered to you, surrounding your whole body and energy field. Begin to move your body in joy, celebration, and flow. Laugh, dance, throw your hands up in the air, for as you celebrate how far you have come, you align with more beauty that is meant to touch your life. More beauty is coming to you with the 10. Yeah, you're hitting that 10. Your healing affirmation is, my soul has grown in leaps and bounds. I celebrate my brilliance and place in this world. And so that's beautiful. Your message obviously is just to really enjoy and look back and feel proud about how far you've come. And so I'm wishing you a great week with that. If you are drawn to another card or pile in that pick a card section, I'll see you in that reading. Thanks for any likes, shares, subscribes, and comments, and I hope to see you again soon. Hi, reading 4. So you were drawn to the 9 of Swords in reverse, and the 4-leaf clover, the lucky clover. So much good news for you this week that you have luck on your side in terms of some anxiety. So I'm feeling that there's something, I feel like this is a very kind of temporary energy. So there's something specifically about this week, maybe an exam or something, a deadline, something that's giving you anxiety. But the good news for you is luck is on your side. So you don't have to be so anxious about the outcome of this. It's kind of like both that you manifested a positive outcome and that it's just kind of meant to be that this is going to work out for you. So let's get some more cards, tarot cards, and then we'll get some oracle cards at the end. The World, amazing. And the 8 of Wands, you did manifest this with 8 of Wands, and it is meant to be at this time. And in particular, it's meant to be the end of a cycle completion. I'm also getting a very specific message about someone anxious about their driver's test, getting their driver's license. And so yeah, this is for you. You did the work, and you also manifested, and I think you did a lot of visualization that really helped in terms of driving. But if you're not doing your driver's exam, please translate the energies as it's appropriate to your situation, because the common denominator is you've done the work, you showed up for yourself, you were intensely focused, and I feel like this is actually happening a lot quicker than you wanted it to, but it's just because you're ready and the time is right for this to happen. So it's very clear, there's not much more to say beyond that. I want to pull a message, self-love message. I feel like that's gonna help. I forgive myself for any wrongdoing. Is this maybe a retake, or maybe you're anxious because if it's, say, like an exam, you failed it the first time, or I feel like there's like something about like 1 point or one mistake. Let it go is your message. If it's not an exam, I've been really focused on exam. Whatever it is that's causing you anxiety, maybe maybe you're reconciling with a friend or a family member, and it's the same message that there's forgiveness in this, the right timing. You've done everything that you needed to do, and you can just let go and move on. I feel like I want to pull one of these. Breathe, healing with your breath, number 5. So particularly if you struggle with anxiety, or if you experience anxiety, breathing exercises are going to help you kind of just move through this energy. All you really need to do is just move through the worry, the anxiety, the frustration, fear, whatever it is that's coming up for you around this event or this happening this week. It's all within you and your body, and breathing is going to help you move through it. There's nothing more you need to do. Everything is set up fine for this to go just fine. And so you just kind of have to work your nervous system through it. This is something that, just to share the energy that I have to do when I go flying. It's kind of feeling the same to me, that I know the outcome will be just fine, and it's just really my own nervous system. And so I do this thing where I do the 4-4-4. 4-4-4-4. It's like a square breathing method. You could look that up if it helps you. And then I also I do counting, and it just helps whenever I hit a bit of patch of anxiety in those times. And I'm seeing the same situation for you, that you will get to the outcome just fine in the end. It's just kind of the transition, the travel to that point, whatever this event is, that you can just breathe through it, and then you'll be there in the end. And that's your message for this week. If you're drawn to another message in the pick a card section, I'll see you there too. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and comments, and I hope to see you again in the next reading.